Yasu Malaka. Ow! Welcome to the Malaka podcast. The slap heard around the world.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right? That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Oh, Richard. Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me. Wow, dude. Yeah. It was a G.I. Jane joke.
Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth.
I'm going to, okay? Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, when you live your life as a closeted homosexual, you tend to take your anger out on other people. No, I'm not referring to me. There's no way I could be gay. I remember one time I was just talking to somebody at my parents' place, and I overheard my mom talking to somebody, and they were just asking about me, and the lady goes to my mom, is your son gay? And my mom goes, no, look at the way he dresses. On top of that, I have no money. The point is, a lot of people just tend to lash out at other people for no absolute reason. Now, I'm not implying that anybody in this recording that I just played, has that problem. But at the same time, you've heard the rumor. All I'm trying to say is, ladies and gentlemen, is I don't know what the fuck Will Smith's problem is, but he shouldn't have done what he did. Okay? I was talking about this to someone the other day. When you go see a stand-up comedy show, especially if you're sitting in the front row, get ready to get your ass ripped on. Okay? That's it, plain and simple. The problem with a lot of actors is that they feel that they're superior to everybody else in the world. And guess what, boys and girls? You're not. You have a very good profession. You have a lot of respect amongst your peers. But somewhere along the line, and I'm not saying this for all actors, you lose your sense of reality. You think that you're better than everybody. You think that the world doesn't owe you anything else. You can do whatever you want to the world and take it out on anybody you want without no repercussions whatsoever. Now, when I first saw this, I first saw the little clip there. I saw the picture of Will Smith slapping the shit out of Chris Rock. I thought it was an April Fool's joke. I thought for sure, I'm like, there's no way Will Smith is this stupid. There's no way. Okay, we've seen mental breakdowns before in Hollywood. It's nothing new. But to actually do this on this forum, okay, is just insane. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking. I have to absolutely give props to Chris Rock just for holding his composure. Honestly, I mean, I always heard, first of all, I just want to say this. Chris Rock is in my top 5 comedians of all time. Okay, and in case you're curious of the other ones, okay, number 1, George Carlin. Okay, I'm not going to argue that with anybody. Okay, George Carlin is the best comedian of all time, period. Okay, I'm going to list the other 4. This is in no specific order. Okay, Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, Rodney Dangerfield, Red Fox. I love all these guys for very different reasons. Chris Rock, to me, his stand-up is, especially his first couple, especially Bring the Pain. It's a classic. And I look forward to everything he always does. All these guys now, they're doing everything on Netflix, like Chappelle, getting $20 million to do stand-up. It's awesome. It really is. And I've always liked Chris Rock. I would love to tell you some of my favorite jokes. Unfortunately, I'm a white guy, so I can't. But he's great. He was great in Dogma. He's great in New Jack City. He's done a couple other good movies too. But, mostly it's a stand-up. And this is why he gets an invite to the Oscars. Now, he did it in 2016. We all know what happened in 2016. Will Smith, again, bitched about not winning an Oscar, blah, 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 or not being nominated, whatever. And you know what? I kind of agree with him. I mean, he was really good in Concussion. And I don't know, let's really be honest. That's probably the best role he's done as an actor since 6 Degrees of Separation. He played a gay guy in that one, didn't he? Yeah? Okay. The point is, he definitely deserves it. But again, guys, like I did a whole podcast about awards. Guys, who gives a shit about an award? I mean, let's really be honest here. Like, who's giving a shit about the Oscars? I didn't even know the Oscars were on that night. Okay, until like I heard about this, and I assumed it was just a joke. Two guys going at it back and forth there. Chris says something, he walks on stage. No one's stopping him. Nobody gives a shit. Just gives a slap. I thought maybe they added the sound effect or whatever. It was all staged, and that's it. And then I saw the clip later on, a few days later, because people are still talking about, oh, is it real? I'm like, guys, just relax. It's a joke. Who cares? Whatever. And then and then you see, Will Smith just yelling in the back there, and I'm like, okay, so the first time he did it, it was still kind of funny. You know what I mean? It looked like he kind of grinned there too, But then the second time he did it, it was serious. You're like, oh shit, okay. Okay, so fuck King Richard. I mean, this is the best performance he's ever given, period. Chris Rock's like, okay, dude, relax, And again, like, you can tell Chris Rock has a lot of white friends because, it's rare that you see a black guy say the word dude. I mean, again, there's a great joke there. I can't say because I'm white, because we all know what word he really wanted to use. The point is, that's, I really thought it was a joke, honestly, And I'm like, okay, let's just wait till, April 1st, once 12 a.m. hits again, for April 2nd. And let's see if any announcements come out. Oh, it's a joke. Okay, it went too far, And again, I'm thinking to myself, again, there's no way Will Smith is this nuts. There's no way he's this fucking crazy, And again, I think I did a podcast about Will Smith, didn't I? I don't know. Fuck, I've done so many good ones, so many bad ones. But the point is, I don't know. He seemed like an okay dude, Yeah, see, I told you, dude. But I don't know what the fuck he was thinking. I really don't, And a lot of people are saying, okay, is this going to affect his career? And he just said he stepped down as one of the board members of the Academy Awards. And I'm like, well, like, what does that mean? Like what? Not even like an hour later or something? Like he gets an award for Best Actor? So let's just like add all this up so far. So he was on the board of the Oscars, whatever. I mean, great. And so, like, does that mean he gets to vote for himself? Because he's one of the voters, right? I mean, he could actually vote for himself as Best Actor. Okay, we're going to try to ignore that for a second. But, okay, so now he's not a part of that anymore. But, they said they're going to have some kind of meeting on April 18th to review the tape and find out what happened. Guys, I got news for you. It's not even a week has gone by here. I looked up the clip on YouTube here, the uncensored version. And it's already got 89,319,485 views. You know why? Because we've been watching this shit like fucking crazy. I can tell you what the fuck happened, okay? Because I've watched this at least like, I'm not gonna lie, at least 15, 20 times. Because I mean, the first couple of times I'm like, is this real? You know, is this for real? Is this whatever? And then, you know, and then the whatever, by the 10th time I'm laughing. And then the 15th, 20th time I'm laughing, but I'm still like, wow, yeah, this actually happened. And Chris Rock took it extremely well. I mean, like I don't know. Chris Rock always jokes around like when he had the show, you know, Everybody Hates Chris. Like he always joked around. He got picked on as a kid, and like the kid that picked on him was a white bully. You know, you know, I've dealt with white bullies. You know, I'm a, you know, white guy, but still, like, if listen, okay, I don't come from the toughest part of the world here, but you know, in my area, if a white guy picks on a black guy, if you know, that's pretty much the highlight of the white guy's life, because he's gonna be dead in 2 seconds. I mean, that's it. Like, you know, and no slap, by the way. It's gonna be a straight punch. You know, which again, you know, with the whole thing with the Will Smith slap, I mean, he like didn't some guy try to kiss him on the red carpet or something like a couple of years ago, and then like again he kind of gave him like a little bit of a tap there. So okay, so you make fun of the guy's wife, you know, which you know I'm sure hasn't been happening the last couple of years because she slept with some R&B singer that nobody's ever heard of. You know, that's that's warranted a huge slap. But a guy tries to kiss you. Yeah, that's you know that's just a little love tap. Okay, all right, well, okay, but still, I don't know. It makes no sense. I mean, like, does Will Smith want out or you know, has he made enough money? I mean, I looked on Google there, 350 million. You know, fuck. I don't know. Give me 5 million. You never hear from me again. I'm gonna pull a Brando. I'm gonna buy an island and tell everybody to fuck off. But you know, this is so nice on the beach, Tahiti. But yeah, like I don't know. You know, so okay, so he can vote for himself as best actor, which you know he ended up getting. Okay, you know. Again, you know, like I was mentioning this before. I mean, like who watches the Oscars anymore? I mean, we got YouTube now. Worst case, we see the clips at the end there. Like nobody gives a shit, honestly. You know, unless it's you know like Ricky Gervais, you know, just drinking a beer and you know making fun of everybody for supporting Harvey Weinstein for all those years. I mean, who gives a shit? So. But yeah, I love Chris Rock too. You know, I'll catch the highlights, whatever. But fucking 4 hours to see who, you know, who's getting 20 to 30 million a film. Oh, okay, you get a statue. Oh, great. Okay, yeah, I can't wait for that shit. No, I'm watching Family Guy. Fuck that. But yeah, it's just I'm baffled by this, man. Honestly, like you know, okay, so he votes himself as a you know best actor. Cool. Okay. You know, I'm sure that'd be legal in Washington. But yeah, well, I guess you could, but I mean, it's just weird, right? I mean, voting for yourself, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I guess I mean, who else would you vote for? You'd be stupid if you didn't. But it's just weird being on the board and you can still get nominated. I thought it was for like retirees or whatever. But yeah, okay. So then after that, he gets to you know. Still accept his award, you know, for doing all this shit. You know, he can still get nominated in the future for movies. You know, apparently he's coming out with a new movie. It's already got Oscar buzz for next year. You know, the Smith family give it 2 slaps up. You know, it looks like it could be really good, honestly. You know. Who knows, guys? It's just Hollywood is such a weird fucking world. Honestly, like it really is. Holly weird, man. It's just it's weird, you know. So yeah, you know, like I said, I'm watching this clip, and but here's the weird thing, and a lot of people are saying this too. It's like once he said the joke, you know, about the GI Jane, which you know is pretty tame. It wasn't anything crazy, but. apparently, Jada there, she has alopecia, which is a condition where you start to go bald in certain places. Remember the one guy from Crisscross had it too. I remember. It's funny too. I went with a girl one time, and I know, right? It's crazy, but she like her friend goes to the bathroom, whatever. We're all just having breakfast there. We finished our menage a trois. No, I'm kidding. It's on the to-do list though. But anyways, and then she tells me just out of nowhere. I don't know, because again, ladies, I love you, but it's always funny when like ladies talk. Again, I'm changing the subject here, but it's just funny when like ladies can be best friends, but as soon as like the one person's out of the room, like the other person will just talk shit about like her friend, like just crazy, like so like she leaves, and as soon as she leaves, she goes, she's got the alopecia, right? I'm like, what? She's paying for the bill? No. She's got alopecia, and I'm like, okay. At the time I didn't know what the fuck it was. I'm stupid in my 20s there, and I was stupid in my teens too, but whatever. Yeah, and she's it's a condition where you lose clumps of your hair, and like I didn't even notice because she had her like her hair tied back, whatever, in a ponytail. It was all combed over, I guess, like Trump, and I don't know, I didn't even notice. So but even in my head, I'm like, what the fuck is she telling me this? So that's my story. And yeah, so I didn't even hear about that till after. But again, Will Smith is laughing at the joke. You can clearly see him laughing. Okay, there's no like chuckle or kind of a smirk, whatever, like, I'll see you later, buddy. Nothing. It's a good, clear smile, so, but then you see Jada and, she's kind of like, and you can't blame her, because it's, listen, one thing I've learned, I think I've said this multiple times on this podcast, is you do not make fun of a woman's hair, okay? Even if she doesn't have any, you do not make fun of a woman's hair, okay? Because first of all, it's probably not her hair. Second, it's just, another big one. You never get it wet. Never. It's like the opposite of a chia pet. You just never get it wet. And third, again, she's just pissed off at the joke. So, okay, so you can't blame her for that. Chris Rock's a little tame, it's tamed, whatever, big deal, whatever. And then Will, gets up there and like everyone's just laughing because, like you think Will Smith is just going to joke around or whatever, just do something. I don't know. As long as he doesn't make I Am Legend 2, I'm okay. But yeah, God, what a shitty movie. Fuck. I remember seeing it with my dad, and like he gave me a drive home, and like for 10 minutes we're just bitching up at the movie still. And I don't know what the movie's about. Something of him about aliens at the end there, and him having a dog. Like what? I mean, like he must have literally just looked at the script and said, you know what, 20 mil for a green screen for a couple months. Sure, why not? Do I get to slap somebody? No? Okay, cool. All right. But, yeah, so I don't know. He seemed fine. And then all of a sudden he's like walking up there and, you think everything's going to go well. And then all of a sudden, I mean, the first thing I thought of, guys, I'll be honest with you, and ladies, is, I just thought of like a pimp slap or something. I mean, that was just bad. I mean, like, sorry, I'm just watching it again. But yeah, so like, he's going up there, it's cool, everyone's laughing, and then the way he does it, he slaps more on like a down slope, you know what I mean? So like, he knew what he was going to do. So he knew that Chris Rock was, a little shorter, okay? So he, the hand goes down, it's like I don't know, it's like I'm watching Dolomite again. It's just, so it was dead on, and again, I thought it was a joke. I thought they added the sound, I'm like, okay, they're trying to do something funny here because the Oscars have just sucked for so fucking long. And I mean, that one movie won over Joker. I mean, what the fuck? But anyways, and Warren Beatty can't even read a piece of paper anymore. And Christ. But yeah, so I'm like, okay, you know what? They're going to do something, keep the shit interesting. No worries. No problem. And then he's, walking back there, he's kind of just got a little strut in his stuff, whatever, like he got laid, like, I don't know, maybe the slap meant, him the thing I said before. The point is, he just sits back down and he's like, he starts ranting there. Keep your or my wife's name out your fucking mouth. And when was the last time I heard Will Smith swear? And that's another thing too. Like he's a producer there, one of the executive producers on the new show Bel Air. It's a good show. I like it. I mean, the last 4 episodes, but it's all right. It's all right. I like it. But a lot of swearing in that one. They're letting that one word fly. I'll tell you how much. But yeah, Apple TV does not give a fuck. But it is kind of weird seeing Will Smith swear. It really is. I don't know. He swore in movies, whatever. And Hancock, the first 20 minutes was good, and after that it was shit. But I don't know. It still throws me off to see Will Smith swear. Like I know he's from Philly, but if I think of good musicians from Philly, I think of the Roots. And it took those guys forever to get white famous, But 10 albums later, Jimmy Fallon's band. Okay, cool. Like these poor guys. But anyways, and that's another thing. Questlove, he right after this, he wins best documentary, and it just totally takes all the air out of his, moment, and it fucking sucks, man. I mean, it just, I don't know, it just, again, is it just me, ladies and gentlemen, or do black people have the worst luck when it comes to the Oscars? It just, especially the last 5 years, it's just bad. I'm sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but it's just bad. And then okay, so in the background there, you see actress, and I hope I say her name right, Lupita Nyong'o. Okay, very good looking woman. And at first when she, you see in the background, she's kind of laughing there, and then after he swears whatever, she gives the O face. She's like, oh shit, this is this might be real. Her mouth is open. She's just really, wow. And then, but right after, she's pretty cool about it. And she gives a serious face, okay, so now I have to, I gotta be support of Will in this, you know what I mean? So, and she's kind of nodding her head a bit, and so she, again, no one knows what the fuck to do, because again, the Oscars, you never know when you're gonna be on camera. Ask Tommy Lee Jones. The poor guy's old. You know what I mean? What the fuck do you want him to do? Be excited all the time? Come on, just ask Jim Carrey there, and we're gonna get to that. His comments there too. By the way, Jim, don't retire, eh? And Jim, I love you, Canadian boy. You're the funniest, or one of the funniest dudes in the world. Still to this day, I don't give a shit. But definitely the funniest guy in the '90s. Okay, I'll debate that over tea and crumpets. What? The point is, if someone's going to give you 20 to 30 million to still do a film, you're going to do it, dude. Come on, don't do this retirement shit, okay? Please. Like my Greek landlord. Please. Listen, where was I? Fuck it. Yeah, Will Smith going nuts there. Yeah, so the second time he says it, he's just. I just noticed what does he have around his tie there? I've never seen that. He's got it almost looks like a diamond ring around the tie there. I've never seen that. I don't know. I've never seen it on a man. I'm just saying. But yeah, so again, he's going nuts. He's saying it again loud. And this time's way more serious, okay? So he's got, the beady eye thing going there, okay? Guys, I'm not gonna lie to you, and ladies. I've had, actually, no, there's a good story with a lady. Hold on, I'll get to that in a bit. I've gotten into fights with black guys, okay? So, that's a classic thing for, when you get into a fight with a black guy. And that's a move a lot of them do, okay? So, 2 things you gotta know. I don't care how racist this sounds, okay? Fuck it, guys. I got 3 listeners. Who gives a shit? I'm just keeping it real here, okay? There you go. So, Two things. One, if a black guy ever asks you, he wants to hold something of yours, that means he's asking legally to steal it because you're actually giving it to him, okay? We'll get into that in another podcast. But two, that stare is burned in my eyes because I've had a couple fights with black guys, lost horribly. And yeah, the eyes, it just, oof, scary. So you could tell he's absolutely serious here, for sure. For sure. Absolutely. Very, very serious. So, you know, and Chris Rock's just trying to explain, it's just a joke, G.I. Jane, whatever, I mean, Chris could have even said he wasn't even that good, the check cleared, who gives a shit? I'm here for the second time, in the last 6 years, I didn't think I was going to come back, but they keep asking me, he keeps making fun of the Oscars, they keep asking him, and this is why, Rick Gervais is the man because he's just doing all these shows and again he doesn't give a shit. They know he's gonna rip on people and piss off people, and yeah, The Tourist was a horrible movie, but they just keep asking him and they give him the money and that's it. Who cares? Fuck it. So yeah, so poor Chris here, he's just trying to maintain what the fuck happened and and it's, I'll tell you guys this too, like, the girl story. So yeah, there you go. Okay, so this is classic. Back in the day, all right, on the playgrounds where I spend most of my days. Dude, if you weren't an actor, you'd be in jail right now. But anyways, no playgrounds there. Maybe Wi-Fi, but yeah. So. Hi, guys and girls. I wasn't the easiest child to deal with growing up. Okay, you can clearly tell by this podcast I have a lot of problems. But yeah, we'll get into my medications another day. But the point is, back and forth. I went with this one black girl. Just very very casual. She make fun of me for being fat. I, would just make fun of her for, the fuck did I make fun of her for? I forgot. She said something in a certain way. I forgot what it was. Fuck, it was really fun. Like, it wasn't anything like racial or anything. Yeah. Don't put that shit on me, okay? So, yeah. Come on, millennials, you're better than that. But anyways, yeah, so it was so funny. And what happened was, like, I was like, you know what? Okay, let me take my licks, whatever, because I gotta, she's, I mean, verbally, I can basically destroy anybody. Physically, you're gonna see, I can't even, I forget. I can't do nothing. I've been to 3 fights in my life. One of them ended up with a guy with a banana peel on his head. The other one, Chinese guy, went Bruce Lee on me. Forget it. I was Chuck Norris. I was the one that was dead. And the other was the black guy. He started punching me, and I punched him in the nuts and ran. That's it. So, that's what you do. Good old sweet spot. But, so, yeah, the two, her friends, who were also my friends, I would say that day they were more her friends, held me down. Not held me down, but like kind of like, like one guy had the right arm, the other guy had the left arm. They didn't punch me in the crotch or nothing, so thank God for that. But and then, ladies and gentlemen, she wound up. Okay, like Will, like he hit hard, but I was looking at Chris's face after. I didn't see nothing. So it's one of those. Like, you get a good slap in, like, you can hear the sound, but that doesn't mean it's going to leave a mark, It's like when you beat somebody up with a phone book, or so I'm told. I've never done that before, and then I explain to millennials what a phone book is. But, so she winds up her hand, like, just to go back, okay, like, really far back. It's almost like Tiger Woods, getting ready to, swing a golf club and, get pulled over. And she just slaps me. I mean, it's a fucking Guile, Street Fighter, Sonic Boom shit. I mean, it was loud. And then I remember going home, looking in the kitchen mirror, looked at my face, and I had a handprint on my face, and it was visible. It looked like someone painted a red hand on my face. And, luckily my parents got home later, and, like it faded a little bit, washed my face a little bit, whatever, it eventually faded. But I just remember that handprint on my face. So I'm not saying I got hit harder than Chris Rock, and I'm not saying I got beat up by a girl. All I'm saying is I probably got beat up by a girl, and Chris Rock took it really well. And I like to think we both took it really well. But again, Chris, I love you, man, but you're from Jersey, bro. Like, I mean, you didn't learn anything from Bruce Springsteen, or you just, you got to hit back, man. I mean, something like, I don't know, throw, yeah, I guess he didn't have a microphone. I mean, I don't know, if he had a microphone, would he have thrown it? I don't know, maybe. But, I don't know, do like the guy did with Bush, and I don't know, throw both your shoes or something. Yeah. My mom threw a shoe at me once. Holy fuck, it was so crazy. Like, she hit me with the one shoe, and then she threw the other shoe at me, and I swear to you, like, it came back like a boomerang. And to this day, she still won't teach me how to do it. But, Chris, you should have done something. Just something, just to say, hey, I'm still a man. But again, like this, and forget it, being a rapper today, forget it. I mean, oh, geez. I saw a thing, was it last year where like 200 rappers died or something? And, oh, fuck, it's a danger in species right there. But, and speaking of rappers, I know someone made a comment already about it looking like the Source Awards, but yeah, he beat me to it. But, yeah, I mean, like, is it dangerous to be a comedian? Again, like I said before, get ready to get roasted. Okay, I mean, they've been doing this for how long? 90 some years, fucking 90 too much. I mean, again, nobody watches the Oscars. Nobody gives a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, who cares? Someone gets an award. I mean, it doesn't mean anything. Okay, getting 20 million a film, that's something. But I just wish Chris did something. You could tell he was thrown on because afterwards, like, he said something like, blah, 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 blah. I don't even know what he said, and then, he was trying to keep his composure after. But really think about that situation. Like, you worked your ass off, okay, to become a comedian, okay? And guys, it is hard. I'm telling you, especially going to New York. They got great comedy clubs like the Comedy Cellar, it's been there forever. And it's, you work your ass off, man. You really do. And I remember when Chris Rock was saying he worked at Red Lobster, and he would just like, just scrape plates all day, scrape. I mean, and you're just thinking about getting those like 5-10 minutes on stage, and you're in the back there taking a shit, and you're smelling everyone's smelly shits. And oh God, I've worked in restaurants like that, and people have dropped some fucking bombs, bro. Oh my God, like nobody knows how to flush a toilet. It's just fuck, But yeah, he's worked his ass off. And then, like, he still has the mentality. I heard him say one time that, like, every time he goes on stage, he's still doing it for only $400 a week. Okay? That's it. Like, he still has that mentality. And he just said that, whatever, years ago. So it's cool that he says that, because he realizes how great it is to go on stage, be a comedian, and it's a big thing to host the Oscars. And not so much for James Franco, but, for like guys like Steve Martin and Billy Crystal, and it's a huge honor, to go up there and do it. Again, not so much Chris, poor Kevin Hart. I mean, like, even when you ask him about that today, he's like, I already said my piece about it. I don't want to talk about it again. We have to move on. That's it. Like, and you can tell, like, every time someone brings it up, he's still fucking pissed off about it because they took it away from him. For like what? Something about a tweet or something he did 10 years before that. And I'm telling you, man, Twitter's. Listen, again, if you're in movies, TV, whatever the fuck, don't have Twitter. Okay, don't put shit in print. Okay, just don't. So, he's worked his ass off to go to this point. So, he's there, okay? And obviously Will Smith is the bigger star. Okay, let's just be honest, okay? He is. Okay, Will Smith has attacked like every aspect you could in the show business. He's had a number one hit, number one album, number one TV show, movies, producer, all that shit. I mean, you know, and like you're just telling a joke, and all of a sudden, okay, a guy that's worth $350 million walks on stage live, seen all over the world, and comes up to you and slaps you, and then just walks away. I think this is the greatest moment in Oscar history, for sure. I don't know if it's the greatest TV moment of all time. Because then we're still talking, ask me that question like, let's say 6 months, a year from now. But, because it's got we're still talking about this. We're still like obsessed with this, because there's nothing else to do during COVID. And apparently COVID is over in Toronto, but it's not. And you can wear a mask, but then on the bus you can't. And I don't know, people, who knows, but again, we got nothing else to do. Nothing but talk about this. And Chris is just there, just like, and then he did the stand-up show. Of course, his prices for the tickets rose like a motherfucker, yeah. And, of course, someone yells out, "Oh, how was your weekend?" And he talked about it for maybe 30 seconds or something. I'm still processing it, whatever. First of all, people that went to that show expecting him to talk about that situation for, like even 30 seconds was a gift. You know what I mean? Like he had to say something. Like if he didn't say anything, it'd be a dick move. I mean, let's be honest. But, you don't go there and he's not gonna talk about it for an hour. He's not going to talk to the press. He's not going to do it for you guys, even for what, $700, $750 a ticket. So, but he still acknowledged it a little bit. And, he's still processing it. And you know what, guys, I'll be honest with you. I was going to say this before too. Like when you get hit in the head, I mean, it's a shock. Like it really is a shock. I mean, I think I told the story one time where I got like, I don't know, some dickhead was smoking on the bus. I told him to fuck off, and we were arguing back and forth, and the guy just sucker punched me. He still threw me off, but I reacted. I threw him against the glass window there. I basically dragged him to the front there of the bus, and then he started spitting blood at me, and then, like I'm Italian, so I got to spit at him too, just to make it even. But I did something. I couldn't just sit there and fucking take it, And again, I'm not saying that Chris, had to fucking, go with a 2x4 or a chair like the dude in Moonlight there. Yes, Moonlight did win Best Picture, okay? They did win Best Picture, okay? It's not a joke, okay? This isn't a joke. I mean, how the fuck can you not read a piece of paper? You're an actor. You read fucking scripts all the time. Like Bad Boys 2, Will Smith, Martin Lawrence, USA. Okay. So, but do something, Come on. That's the thing that hurts the most. And again, I was talking about comedians there. Like, is it I mean, it shouldn't be dangerous to go on stage. Although I saw this one clip of this one guy, he's doing a thing, whatever, and someone throws a shot glass at him. I think it cut him. But the worst thing I ever saw was, I don't even know if they have this on YouTube anymore. I saw this like years ago, is some guy went on stage. I don't know where he was. He was doing stand-up, and some guy came up to the stage, right face to face, whatever. I don't know what the fuck he said to him, if he even said anything to him. And he stabbed him, like just basically shanked him like 4 or 5 times. And the guy's laying there, oh my God. Yeah, and then it was, call an ambulance. And then it just cuts off there. So I don't even know if this guy survived or whatever. I mean, who knows? If anybody knows, please tell me. But, like you go on stage to tell jokes, it shouldn't be this much of an issue. And yeah, you shouldn't have to worry about people going on stage and, abusing you, like physically, literally. And like, I think the last thing on Chris Rock's mind was, yeah, I've worked with Will Smith in the past. I've said some things, whatever. And, yeah, he dressed up as a woman on one of the Fresh Prince episodes, I remember. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah. That was funny. Remember when Chris Rock was on Living Color? He would do the what's it called? I don't know what the character's called, but like he'd go to a store and like how much for the soda, and the guy'd be like a dollar. Good Lord, that's a lot of money. How about if I give you 10 cents and a sip? Like just it's so stupid, but I love that, But yeah, I mean these guys both have been doing it for a long time, basically, like almost around the same time, basically. Yeah, like damn, that's crazy. I mean that is absolutely crazy, And then, like I said, like you're on stage and the last thing you're thinking about is one of these actors going on stage and, bitch slapping you, was it Jimmy Kimmel Live hitch slap? That's not good. But, yeah, like that's the last thing on your mind. You know what I mean? Like, fuck, like it's really fucking crazy. And I gotta be honest with you, like, I thought it was a joke, clearly it's not at this point, we're, almost at 7 days here. So, after it happened, but, yeah, so obviously it's not a joke. But it was funny because like they were interviewing all the people after, and they interviewed Snoop, and like, the woman's like, "Oh, do you think it's a joke?" He's like, I don't know. I mean, like, we don't know. We don't know if it's a joke. And like, but a lot, I can say this because I'm white, but a lot of the white people, like, they were just like, "Oh my God, I can't believe he did this. This is crazy." This is like, "Oh, we never seen this." So like a lot of the white people are just thrown off by this, And then I thought to myself, I'm like, okay, so, I mean, look, listen, another grown man slapping another grown man at the Oscars, it's not a good look either way, okay? It looks bad on everybody's part, you know what I mean? Like, not Chris. Well, I mean, Chris should have, again, he could have, I don't know, like, tell him to go fuck himself after as he's walking away. Just something, Chris. I mean, give me, come on, man. Like, I don't know. You did the whole Little John thing in there in the beginning of your one special. I mean, come on. You couldn't just make fun of a summertime or some shit? No? Okay, I don't know. And yeah, I sing, yeah, I said that before that, like, a lot of people thought Rakim wrote that song, but he didn't. And but apparently Nas was in the studio for getting jiggy with it, and he might have given a couple pointers on the song, and that's what I just heard. But anyways, yeah. The fuck was I saying? Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I got slapped here. But, I probably deserve another one. But the point is, yeah, I mean, so it doesn't look good. A black guy slapping a black guy. It doesn't look good. Now, if, let's say a white guy was hosting, okay, and then a black guy gets on there and slaps him. So, yeah. Yeah, see, now I got you thinking, eh? Okay, so get ready for this one then. Okay, so how bad would it look if Chris Rock was up there, which he was, and I don't know, I don't get any more shit. I'm not gonna name another actor, but like let's just say a white actor went up there and slapped Chris Rock. How fucking bad would that look? A white guy slapping a black guy on TV, the black guy doing nothing about it, okay? Which again would never happen in my area. Never. But yeah, I mean, so you're thinking of all these different things and you're like, okay, so why is this okay? And people are like, no, it's not. And, I don't know. But, so of course here, they're asking a bunch of people, what do you think, whatever, like I said before. And, one of the main ones that stuck out with me was, the whole Jim Carrey thing. Now, obviously, we all know Jim Carrey. I love Jim Carrey. One of my favorite comedic actors of all time. One of my favorite actors, period. Awesome. Everything I love, he does. Well, yeah, not everything. The Cable Guy, I watched it when I was older and, I knew better. But, yeah, he's awesome. He's great, so... But yeah, he had a few words to say.
Hey,
Want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
No, that's not it. The guy in the middle, he played the clown in Uncle Buck. Anyways, yeah, here it is.
I was sickened. I was sickened by the standing ovation. I felt like Hollywood is just spineless, en masse. And it really felt like, oh, this is a really clear indication that we're not the cool club anymore.
Jim Carrey weighed in on Will Smith's Oscar controversy during a new interview with Gayle King for CBS Mornings.
They asked Chris, do you want to file charges? And Chris apparently said no, he did not.
He doesn't want the hassle. I'd announced this morning that I was suing Will for $200 million because that video is going to be there forever. It's going to be ubiquitous.
Jim, I love you. So far, so good what he's saying, okay? But nobody's getting 200 million here, okay? It's it ain't gonna happen, all right? I mean, that would, Tina Turner didn't get that kind of money. So, yeah, no, not gonna happen. But, so far what he's saying, it's true. It was very sickening what happened, you can just go on there, do whatever the fuck you want, Let's continue.
Jim Carrey was on hand promoting his new movie, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, but yeah, he made it clear how he felt about Will Smith's actions on Sunday night.
You do not have the right to walk on stage and smack somebody in the face because they said words.
Since Sunday night, the Academy has launched a formal review into Smith's actions on stage, and Will has since issued a statement apologizing to Chris Rock, saying in part, quote, "I would like to publicly apologize to you, Chris. I was out of line and I was wrong. I was embarrassed and my actions were not indicative of the man I want to be. There is no place for violence in a world of love and kindness."
Not that night. What a crock of shit. Like, I mean, dude, really? Like, I mean, we're gonna get into that Oscar speech, by the way. I don't know. Like, I find it funny that you apologize to literally everybody after that, except for Chris. But yeah, I don't know what else to say. Jeremy Piven, your thoughts?
Do you think as a comedian, though, you should ever worry about needing to be censored?
I think anytime, Chris is one of those comics that...
Ugh, what a bullshit answer. Listen, Chris, if you're going to make fun of someone bald, it should have been Piven here. I mean, holy fuck. Oh, fuck. He looks like Michael Caine in that shitty Steven Seagal movie. But yeah, again, I'm a bald guy, whatever. Go for it, That's all I'm saying. Guys, I'm telling you, you got to see that episode where he was in Seinfeld there when they were doing the show. What a difference. Anyways, Jim Carrey's right. You know what I mean? Like, the whole thing was fucked. It really was, But again, Jim, again, someone offers you 20, 30 million, just do the film. Come on, please. Don't give me this shit, okay? I mean, shitty Carrots of the Pirates or, I don't know, whatever the fuck Johnny Depp did there. But, like if someone tells you, you want to do a shitty movie, but you're still going to get paid $50 million, to drink some wine, whatever, just go for it. Who cares? That's all. But, I mean, this is, there's so much ass kissing in this business. So thank God for Jim Carrey saying that, okay? And a lot of people say, Jim Carrey, he's got a lot of money to sit on now. He can just chill, whatever. And, and he can get away with saying stuff like that. In a way, it is true. Let's be honest. But at the same time, it's good that he speaks up because he was a comic. Okay? A lot of people always forget that. Okay? Rodney Dangerfield gave him one of his biggest breaks, brought him on tour. God bless that man. Miss that man very much. And, so he knows what it's like to go on stage and perform in front of people. He probably had to deal with a lot of hecklers, a lot of people telling him to fuck off, a lot of, who knows, maybe he got slapped off stage, But, like he knows what Chris goes through, He knows what a lot of comedians go through. So, Yeah, I mean, the situation is fucked. I mean, again, finding out that it's actually happening, it's real, it's just horrible, you know? But what do you do when someone does this? I mean, do you punish him? I mean, do you try to kick him out? Which, again, guys, like, I do security, and holy fucking shit. Like, I thought the MTV Awards had horrible security. I mean, the Oscars just put him to shame. It's just, and apparently during the commercial break, they tried to kick him out, then he refused. Which apparently I didn't know you could actually do that. I've never actually kicked someone out and then they go, well, I refuse to leave. I'm like, okay, sure. Yeah, great. Have a good day. It's fucking stupid. I don't give a fuck who you are, man. I mean, like, he should, you know what? Well, you should have had the balls to fucking say, you know what? I fucked up. I'm going to leave. But deep down, he's like, oh, I got the award. I'm going to stay. It's fucking bullshit, man. Honestly, it's really bad, and Denzel talked to him. I think apparently they did a little prayer there, and Bradley Cooper swooped in there too. Helped him out a little bit there. Talked to him. He should be the next Indiana Jones, by the way. I want to. I don't know. Not that he, needs any help in his career, clearly. But I'm just saying, I don't know. I think he would fit the bill. But anyways, I'm trying to think, did Indiana Jones ever slap anybody or no? People slapped him. Oh, yeah. Didn't the woman slap him? And then he's tied up in the chair. And then, like, the German guy, oh, this is how we used to go by in Germany. I like the other one better. Oh, so did I. Yeah. Best Indiana Jones ever. Last Crusade. Yeah, I said it. But anyways, I trailed off there again, guys. What the fuck? Yeah. So he refused to leave. He was just sitting there, and that's it. And again, it was taken away. Like, Samuel Jackson got a lifetime award, because he's done, like, I think 900 movies. Well deserved. Denzel presents it to him. Again, took away a little bit of his thunder there. And so yeah, what happens a little later on? He ends up winning Best Actor. For I forgot the movie already. Was it King Richard? There you go. Yeah. That was a good little movie. It was all right. I mean, a lot of people always say, like, why didn't you do a movie based on the sisters? It kind of makes more sense. But. All right, teach his own, I guess. Yeah. So here it is, guys. This is how you get to talk to people after you after you hit them.
Oh, man.
Sorry, I just gotta say this before we start here. Travolta has finally accepted that he's bald. Okay, Travolta, I love you, man. Fellow Italian, it's cool. My parents love Saturday Night Fever. It's all good. Paint cans and all. But thank you for finally giving in to the baldness. Samuel Jackson, yeah, he gave up a long time ago. Okay, so. But how ironic is it that, like, because of the bald joke, there's two bald guys behind him? I mean, come on, man. You can't write this shit. Like, And then, like, right ahead of him, it shows Bardem and Aquaman, who both have great, beautiful heads of hair, I know you put me next to Momoa there. I mean, we look like a different species. But it's just, like, I mean, that's just funny. Come on.
Richard Williams was a fierce defender of his family. In this time in my life, in this moment.
This is bullshit. Look, at this moment, I got to say this. Afterwards, they talked to the family there, and they said, yeah, they don't condone this type of behavior either. So he's trying to do a comparison here, like, well, I got to be honest with you, man. This is a bullshit move. Like, he's trying to, like, I mean, I think he's trying to say that, like, what he just did on stage to Chris Rock is him defending his family. Like, now he's trying to put the spin on it. You know what I mean? Like, and another thing that's weird is, like, people who just, again, we're living in an age where as soon as somebody says something, like, there's going to be millions of people out there just looking on the internet for, some kind of reference that the person did years ago. And apparently he was on Arsenio Hall, and he did make fun of one of the band members being bald or whatever. So, and a lot of people are probably saying, what's wrong with that? And I'm just going to say nothing, But of course, there's going to be people out there that go, well, what if you had alopecia? What if you don't know? Like, this is, fuck. Shit never ends. I don't know. I mean, fuck. Even look at Will Smith's ears here. It's like they said in The Fresh Prince. It looks like a car coming down the road with the doors open. I mean, like, why can't he say something there? Something. Make fun of the weird ring on the tie. Fuck this. Anything. It's fucking distracting.
I am overwhelmed by what God is calling on me to do and be in this world.
Now, again, guys, I'm going to keep interrupting here because I just can't hold this in. Has there ever been a person in this world that has, like a black woman, black man, whatever, that has not accepted or hasn't accepted a award and not mentioned God? I'm not saying I don't believe in God. I mean, I do, but it's just, again, so he tried to put the spin on it where he's defending his family. Now he's doing the whole God thing, okay? And ladies and gentlemen, let's just really be honest here, okay? If you've met some people at bars, at your work and whatever, that are really obsessed with God, and aren't they the most fucked up ones, So, Oh, here come the waterworks.
Making this film, I got to protect Ingenue Ellis, who was one of the strongest, most delicate people I've ever met. I got to protect Sanaya and Demi, the two actresses that played Venus and Serena.
Again, using the family to his advantage. Shame on you, Will. Honestly, this is, dude, only in Hollywood this would be allowed. I'm telling you. Like, again, you know what this reminds me of? Like, remember the scene in Casino where De Niro's doing the character Sam Rothstein, and like at one point he says something like, back home they would have put me in jail for what I'm doing. Here they'll give me awards. What the fuck is the difference? I mean, this is fucking insane. Like, people are like they're already cheering. He's not even done yet. Like,
I'm being called on in my life.
The sad thing is, again, I'm going to call out Will here. I think deep down he really regrets what he did. I'll be honest with you. I think he knows he fucked up. Big time. But, that he can't admit it. I mean, not at this point. He can't. Like in the speech, but, I don't know. I think of what another bald man said, Mr. Ving Rhames in Pulp Fiction. That's pride fucking with you. Fuck pride. Now, I do agree with that in a certain sense. But at the same time, pride is what makes us humble. And if he apologized in this speech, it would have been so much better. And then what did he do? He did the next day. Again, he made it about him. This is like...
To love people.
What the fuck did you just say? To love people. To go on stage And you, Jesus Christ.
And to protect people.
To protect people. Yeah. Like, I'm not, like, losing it like Will. Like you guys hear this too, right?
And to be a river to my people.
A river to your people. What the fuck does that even mean?
I know to do what we do, you got to be able to take abuse. You got to be able to have people talk crazy about you.
Yeah, because, when you go on stage and hit people for a very simple joke, I mean, imagine them calling you crazy, right?
In this business, you got to be able to have people disrespecting you. And you got to smile and you got to pretend like that's okay.
Just like you did. Okay.
But Richard Williams.
I feel like Pacino in Son of a Woman. This is such a crock of shit. Holy fuck. Will, bro, you fucking lost it. Dude, you know how many fucking people are out there working normal 9-to-5 jobs, putting up with the same shit you do? You're getting paid like an extreme amount of money. You're getting awards for acting like someone else that you're not. Your ass is being kissed 24/7. And I get it, man. There's a lot of pressure on you. But Jesus fucking Christ, buddy, wake the fuck up. You're just an actor. You're nothing special. You're not. And if you think you can go on stage and slap somebody for no fucking reason because of your fucking insecurities and because your wife is fucking another... Again, I've never heard of this guy. No, not like nothing. Not one snippet of a song. Nothing. And to go around and take it on your insecurities out on Chris Rock, fucking shame on you, man. Fucking shame on you. And now you're putting this whole fucking spin. You know what? Let's wrap this up.
And what I loved, thank you, D. Denzel said to me a few minutes ago, he said, at your highest moment, be careful, that's when the devil comes for you.
Yeah, the devil did come that night, and it slapped the shit out of Chris Rock. Denzel, I love you, man, but, come on, man. See, this is the problem. You got a great guy like Denzel, okay, who hits people on film. Okay, let's keep that in mind, okay? Not in reality, okay? He's trying to help out Will, and I get that. It's cool. I get it, It's like Dave Chappelle said in the Chappelle Show to Wayne Brady, come on, man, we're black actors, man. Don't worry, we're black actors. No, but in all seriousness, I get it. He really does want to help him, But dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like, why are you taking out your fucking insecurities out on another person? Why? And you couldn't even apologize. Like, you had the world listening to you, man, and you made the shit even then still about you. Fucking shame on you, man. It's horrible. Like, it really, like this is, fuck, you thought Harvey Weinstein was a low point for Hollywood. This is just, there's nobody with balls anymore, man, in Hollywood. There really isn't, you got Jim Carrey speaking up. Okay, cool. But what's the next generation going to do? Someone's watching that right now and thinking, okay, you know what? I'm going to become an actor one day. And I'm going to get so much clout that I can do whatever the fuck I want, including go on stage, slap the shit out of somebody, and get the fuck away with it. And then a few minutes later, I'm going to get an award for Best Actor. Best. What are you the best at, man? Being an asshole. I've lost all respect for Will Smith. Honestly. I mean, I'm... Like I said before, I thought this was a joke. And deep down, as the days were getting closer to April Fool's, I'm like, I really hope this is a joke. Because this can't be fucking real. It can't be. It can't be. And I know a lot of people out there are probably thinking, you know what? Like, a lot of people are just focusing, on this too much. And it's not that big of a deal. And yeah, no, this is a really fucking big deal. Especially for like a big star like Will Smith, just to go up there and just, treat another human being like absolute shit, and so far has gotten away with it. It's fucking disgusting. It really is. And I'm just going to say this. Props to Chris Rock. I love you. You're a funny motherfucker, the joke was okay. I don't think it definitely did not deserve a slap, man. And you know what? Just keep going, man. I mean, like I know you are. I know you got the tour, coming up, and you're doing that, and the new special maybe it will come out this year. And now everyone's wondering, okay, is he gonna, he's probably gonna spend another 5, 10, maybe 20 minutes on this. Who knows? What the fuck? I mean, let's see what happens, But yeah. And like Jim Carrey said, he didn't want to press charges. But that's the side that he didn't want to press charges, because he doesn't want to deal with the fallout, But that's how bad it is. It's like, you know what? Even if he does get, like, what are you gonna do? Send Will Smith to jail? It's not gonna happen. I mean, Bill Cosby fucking raped how many women for what, over 40, 50 years? And what did he get? 3 years in jail? Does he lose his $400 million? No. Like, what do you think they're going to do to Will Smith? Nothing. And this is the fucking problem. But at the same time, we're all supporting these people because we're all seeing these movies and TV shows that they're doing. Like, like even today, I'll admit, I watched the last episode of Bel Air, and I was even debating to do a whole Fresh Prince special. Fuck that. I'm not doing that shit now. Forget it. Like I said, those last 4 episodes, I don't know, they were lacking there. It's good to see Marlon Wayans, though. He's a good dude. I grew up on In Living Color. All the brothers there. I love them. They're great. Low Down Dirty Shame. I think it's an underrated movie. Oh, that's got Jada Pinkett. There you go. Fuck. There you go. Swear to God, guys, I did not do that on purpose. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, in the end, Chris Rock, you do what you got to do, man. It's up to you if you want to press charges. I definitely would. Don't listen to Jim Carrey. I don't think you're going to get $200 million. Maybe 190. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But yeah, in the end, you do what you got to do, man. I don't know. I just didn't like seeing him get pushed around like that. I don't know. If it was me, fuck that shit. I don't know. Remember when Jazz used to get thrown out of the house? Yeah, that's something like that. Again, De Niro in Casino. I want you to escort this guy outside, and I want you to use his head to open the fucking door. Jada, I didn't know that you had that condition, so that was pretty fucked up. I don't know. They say that she said something to Will, maybe that, instigated this. I don't know. I didn't hear anything, but whatever. I mean, I hope her condition gets better. And yeah, it's, again, you're sitting in the front row, you're gonna get ripped on. It is what it's the the comedian's mentality. It just is like we see bullshit. We're gonna call it. We see something funny or whatever, or people's traits and whatever. It's gonna happen. It is what it is. We don't even mean anything by it. It's not that it's a fucking deeper meaning, but it's an award show. Okay, so get ready to get roasted. And Will Smith, dude, you need fucking help. Honestly. Yeah, I feel the same way as Jim Carrey. I'm really just disgusted with Hollywood and the way they're treating this. And like I said, they said April 18th, the Academy's going to get together and find out what's going on. I don't know why it's taking him like close to a month to figure it out, but I don't know. We all saw it in like, I don't know, less than 20 seconds, but okay. But yeah, Will, you got to get some serious help, man. And I'll tell you a couple things. One, there's no such thing as an open marriage, okay? It's either, and again, you hear story about, homosexuals, marrying their beards and whatever. I'm pretty sure that happened to a friend of mine, but and again, it's, I'm not trying to sound like Tim Hardaway here. I have nothing against homosexuals, nothing like that. All I'm saying is, like, a lot of these dudes, that's been the rumor with a certain person. I'm not going to say because I'm not getting shit, but you know who I'm implying to. But it's, a lot of these dudes, they got this pent up rage and whatever, and they got to lash out and whatever. And I don't know, maybe this was his way of touching Chris Rock. I don't know. But it's really bad. And I don't know, most of the guys I know, I mean, they punch. I'm just saying. But again, I don't know if this is this person's problem, but who knows? But I'm just going to say this. Will Smith, you got to get some help, man. You gotta, I don't know if he's in therapy now or he went to therapy, or he's got to get to therapy big time. My advice to him is take a while off acting, give a really good apology to Chris Rock. Like, this fucking shit that you did before, the written thing, whatever. It's, no, you got to make it public. Make sure he's there. Actually mean it. You know what I mean? The fact that he didn't say anything in the Oscar speech, he could have said something, man. Yeah, I mean, dude, you made it all about you and you tried to defend your family. Fuck off. Really, man? You think people are fucking stupid, This is the problem. I mean, you guys are getting your ass kissed so many times you just don't recognize it. What, did he hit someone again? Anyways. The point is, it's just, it's horrible what he did. Absolutely horrible. My image of him is completely blown. Honestly, it's bad, and he needs some serious help. He's got to make that apology count this time. Do it in public to Chris with him there, and that's it, man. He's got to make this right. Also, take at least a year off acting. I don't know. Me personally, I don't want to fucking see you again. But at least take some time off. Just get your head straight, man. I mean, I don't know. It's sick, honestly. Like, it really is that this behavior is allowed in Hollywood, and I don't know. I mean, a lot of things changed after the whole Harvey Weinstein thing, so. I don't know, maybe this is going to be an eye-opener for some people too, that, you can't go around and just abuse people, and let's be honest. I mean, there's been stories about people getting abused on set and, like, these guys work hard. I've been to a lot of sets, well, not a lot of sets, but, enough sets and, stuff like that where, these guys work their asses off. They wake up really early in the morning, farmer hours, man, to fucking do their job. And, so, I mean, this isn't the first time you heard about, like, actors taking out their frustration on other people. But, something's got to give, man. This shit has to stop. So, maybe it can all start here. From the slap heard around the world.
That was a greatest night in the history of television. Okay.